In the previous chapter of the audio guide, we examined how the rivalry between Clan Donald and Clan Campbell impacted upon the novel. Today we are going to briefly explore how another branch of my great-grandmother's ancestry impacted upon the novel, namely ancestors who had performed French military service through the ages. During research into our family tree, my mother found a great-uncle called Major Henry Reid, who was a British officer who was appointed to be part of Louis XVIII's bodyguard during the Waterloo campaign. This was an incredible discovery and one which I was delighted about, as it is clear that Henry Reid performed a function like the French president's security does today. Contrary to what you might believe, this was not the starting point of writing the novel, but rather a surprise and pleasant discovery when writing it. I will discuss the starting point when tackling the Franco-British relationship. Looking further into wider connections within the same ancestry around the same period, I discovered that the wider family of Gordons were split in their loyalties between the French royal house of the Bourbons, the British Empire, and Napoleon. It is clear that the French connections, particularly with the Gordon family and their immediate family circle, were particularly strong. Going further back into the Jacobite era, the Gordons had connections with the Scots College in Paris, a Catholic seminary for the training of priests and for the education of the young Scottish Catholic aristocracy, who were prohibited from an education in Scotland due to their Catholic faith. Indeed, curiously, James II's brain, at his request, was to be preserved at Scots College. However, any remains belonging to his courtiers or his family were destroyed during the French Revolution. However, the real surprise was yet to come. I had known for a while that one of my direct ancestors through my great-grandmother was George Gordon, 2nd Marquess of Huntly. Being a Catholic, like many members of the Scottish aristocracy, he sought military service abroad. Yet what I did not know until the editing of the novel was that the 2nd Marquess of Huntly raised a unit of gendarmes for King Louis XIII of France. I am absolutely delighted with this discovery, and still find it difficult to comprehend that my very own ancestor raised a unit of gendarmes that were in some respects the forebears of the modern-day gendarmerie. Finally, Gordon's service to the French kings goes back even further, as we have recently found out that one of my distant Gordon ancestors served King Louis IX of France. It is rather obvious to state that these discoveries have, and will have, a significant impact on the novel series as it moves forward.
This podcast is the copyright of History Gateway Limited, UK.